Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? So here we are. Here we are, 2 weeks on from the end of my ever so slightly epic 65-day, 1,250 mile self-supported running adventure from Rome to home. Here we are, 2 weeks on, and well, we're actually just over 2 weeks on, but I thought I'd save this full update for this trip, which I knew that was coming up, which is a wonderful 2-day trip out here to the mountains, which I get to enjoy every so often with my work, and I'm very fortunate to be able to come out to this place, the most incredible environment, which has always been close to my heart. It's the resort of La Plan, for those that are interested. And every winter season I'm very, very fortunate to come out for probably 2 or 3 different days at a time, and then quite often a few weeks at a time as well if I can fit it in. And I just thought, what a wonderful setting to give you guys a full update on how I've been and what the plan is from here forwards, now that we completed the adventure together, like I've always said. So for those that have been asking about any sort of post-adventure blues, the answer is that there's no trace of any of that. And I think the reason is that as soon as I got to Paris on the adventure, I started thinking about, really thinking about all of you guys who have invested so much energy and love and warmth into the success of the adventure over the past 5 years, and of course when the adventure was live. And because of that, I started thinking about a strategy to manage my mental health when we finish this thing. And I think what it comes down to is that it would have been ever so easy to get very carried away and let my mood just fly off the handle and just let it rip, and that would have been desperately unfair to be that kind of self-centered actually. So instead, I wanted to keep myself happy for you guys actually, and myself obviously, but the worst thing I could have done was to have been very self-centered, just think about myself and just let my mood fly off the handle. So instead, from Paris onwards, I was taking extra medication. I was happy enough, and as you saw on Super Saturday, there couldn't have been any more adrenaline or dopamine pumping through my body when I finished at the London Eye. You saw what I was up to, and I didn't need to be any happier than how I was when I reached the London Eye. And so I feel in really good shape. And I always knew that when I started the adventure, I knew that the London Eye really represented the start of a whole new chapter for me. And you've already seen some of the updates with some of these public speaking opportunities in schools, and some really exciting opportunities coming up just in my own leisure time, really, centred around adventure and mental health generally. And I've got a lot of people just asking about my mindset, how I managed the adventure, how I did it with bipolar disorder, what was my planning with the kits and my medication and everything. So there's a few things with a nod to that. One is that I'm welcoming any public speaking opportunities to keep on sharing that stuff, because I think a lot of people are finding value in everything surrounding that. But the second thing is a book. I wasn't going to even think about it, because my first impressions when people said I should write a book is, I didn't really want to go near it trying to saturate my adventure in a way by trying to put it into words. But actually, I've got a lot of people who I think would find a lot of value in, my whole strategy and how I did the whole thing with bipolar disorder. So I think we're going to write a book, guys. So watch this space for that. I know a few of you are going to be very happy to hear that news. And in terms of things to look forward to, I think, I've always said that Rome to Home was going to be my first big project, to share my story and keep men alive by talking. And if you guys have seen some of the follow-up interviews and, my talk at the ski show on that Sunday, and, just a few of my other kind of, bits of content I've been pumping out, that's the plan. From here forward is to basically look and create other ways to share my story, and keep more men alive by talking. I feel compelled to be doing that, and I'm very fortunate that we've got enough leisure time, if you like, and capacity to be able to do that alongside my passions in my day jobs and everything else. So watch this space, guys, watch this space. I've got a few ideas in mind, and I think we're going to hit 2018 having acted on a few of those ideas, but I'm just going to keep you guys posted. And that's another thing, is that over the past week or so, you know, the priority really, one, has been eating, because I lost almost 2 stone over the course of the adventure. 2 stone, I'm not kidding. And I did my very best to eat as much as possible when I was out there, but honestly the priority over the past fortnight has been to eat, and I've been so hungry. I've been grazing full meals for 2 weeks straight, and at the moment it doesn't feel like it's working, and my metabolism is just on fire at the moment. So, you know, that's been the focus over the past few weeks, but going forward, my body's now itching to move again, so we're actually going to dive into the trail running scene a lot more, and ultra running as well. So I think sensibly, I'm not going to push myself too hard too soon, but you know, I'm going to be looking to sign up for my first 50k soon enough. Maybe, I don't know, 3 months I might give myself between now and then, and then we'll just see where it takes me. Obviously, you know, a huge dream would be to do something like the UTMB one day, which is the 100 miles around the base of Mont Blanc. That would be a dream experience, but all in good time. And you know, now's not the time to be worrying about that stuff. You know, right now it's just about relaxing and eating and taking a breath, letting my body do what it wants to do, and just enjoy the moment. And I've got to tell you, you know, I keep showing these videos with people that have been asking, and you know, BBC England did a wonderful little feature on me, which has gone international. BBC Russia picked it up and played it on TV. Nuts, I'm telling you. And you know, I keep being told to just enjoy this moment, and I am absolutely loving it. But guys, when I look at this footage, honestly, at the moment, it doesn't really feel like I've done anything more than go for a little jog and raise a little bit of money. Honestly, it's a really strange feeling, and I haven't yet really digested the fact that I ran across this landscape. All right, there was less snow, but I ran across the Alps. From the Colosseum, Tuscany, Siena, northern Italy, Aosta, and over this environment. And then I continued up through France, all of France, from Lake Geneva to Paris, across the English Channel, and then I had 5 of the most life-changing days ever with the home leg, culminating at the London Eye. And I'm looking at this footage and it doesn't seem real. And maybe it never will. Who knows? And to answer the question of a few of you who have been asking about any sort of mini documentary, you know, to use all my footage and sort of stitch it together, there are a few ideas in the pipeline, and I'm going to keep you guys posted. And again, all in good time. I'm under no pressure, and you know, all of my daily videos are now hosted on YouTube. If you want to go to roamtame.com and click on the YouTube button, you can see all of my daily videos from start to finish, and the My Story videos as well, which I think probably people found the most value in, especially episode 4, you know, when we spoke about the journey from 2012, what happened when I was stood on the middle of that motorway in the psychiatric wards and my recovery. You know, that episode, I think, properly encapsulates exactly what happened to me in 2012, and it kind of set up episode 5, where we celebrated the journey that we've been on together. And here we are 2 weeks on from one of the proudest achievements of my life, which was only made possible because of every single one of you guys watching this video. I'm going to leave it there for now, and don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. And let's just see how we are as we approach 2018. But I'm not going anywhere, and I'm committed to bringing as many of you guys along with me for the journey, wherever this goes, and whatever the legacy of this crazy little adventure leads into. I'm going to take every single one of you guys along for the ride. Does that sound alright? And I'm going to need you guys with me because we're going to have a lot of fun. So for now, enjoy the view, and I wish you all a fantastic end to your 2017 really. We're getting to that point, aren't we? And I can't thank you enough, you know that. I can't thank you enough, all of you, from the bottom of my heart, for gifting me with the success of that adventure that we achieved together. So I wish you a wonderful start to the end of your 2017, and I'm sure I'll be updating you guys with a few quick stories between now and the new year. And then all I can say to sign off with is watch this space. Okay, I love you guys. Have a great day.